Hey everyone, welcome. In this video, I'm going to go over some budgeting for beginners, and I'm going to give you some tips on how to set up your budget too. And hopefully this will help you save more, invest more, and just build your wealth more easily and more efficiently. So let's get started. Here I have a Google Sheet that I've created for this budget. I use Google Sheet a lot. I definitely use Google Sheets for my budget. It's on the cloud. I can access it on multiple devices. And I'm actually going to share the link to this Google Sheet in the description below the video. So definitely check out the Google Sheet if you want, and feel free to use it to help build your budget. So let's take a look at this budget. So as you can see, we have the monthly income as well as our monthly expenses, and that's going to give us either savings or debt. And that's basically the foundation of our budget, income and expenses. So we want to definitely know what our income is on average each month after tax. We'll talk about that. And we also want to know what all of our expenses are per month, so we can get an idea of our cash flow, and we can see if we're saving money each month or are we falling into debt each month. And we can tweak things on our budget once we have it all laid out, and it really helps with financial planning. So definitely have a budget if you don't have one already, and hopefully this Google Sheet will help you and your budget. So for this Google Sheet, I just started with an income, a salary income of about $50,000 per year salary. I guess that's a medium middle class salary. I know a lot of people make less, a lot of people make more, but I just thought 50,000 was a good number, so I put that in there. And we have to remember that we're always going to be paying some sort of tax on our personal income, so we do have to take that into account as well. Don't forget about taxes. I've just put about 25% tax, and that also includes EI, so employment insurance, so unemployment insurance, and also EPP, so employment pension plan. So you're going to be paying some sort of employment insurance as well as something into your pension on top of your income tax. So for this case, I just put about 25% tax. That includes the EI and the pension. And with a $50,000 income, that comes out to about $37,500 per year. And per month, that comes out to about $3,125 per month after tax. So that is what I put over here for my monthly salary. And most of us are only going to have one, maybe two income streams, but I've put three here just to, keep your mind open onto adding more income streams to your budget. That is definitely a great way to improve your cash flow. So I've just put monthly salary here for my main full-time employment. Maybe I do some freelancing. Maybe I rent my room out in Airbnb. Maybe I have a second room that I rent out, or maybe I go weekends with family and I rent out my room. There's a lot of different ways that you can find other income streams, so I'm just gonna put that there for now, and I'll let you imagine, and I'll make another video in the future about different income streams that you can find and anyone can build. Next, I have my expenses. So you're gonna have your rent or your mortgage. That will be a big part of your monthly expenses. Definitely check out my video on the pros and cons of moving out of your parents' house as we talk about rent versus mortgage a little bit. And I'll make another video on more depth of rent versus mortgage as well. Going down our expenses list, we also have, phone bills, we have Wi-Fi, we have utilities like water, heat, we have transportation. Maybe you have a car and you have insurance on that vehicle. Maybe we also have to eat, so food and groceries, different home items, a little bit of entertainment like Netflix, some extra entertainment like going out to eat maybe, or just going out for drinks. And you can play around with your budget depending on your income and what kind of expenses you can afford, but this will definitely lay things out on your plan, on how to follow your plan and follow your budget in terms of making sure you're saving money and not falling into debt. And then also when you're saving money, you can also plan how much you're going to invest for long-term savings, how much you're going to invest for short-term savings, and emergency savings. So we're going to go into that next. Once you have your monthly income total as well as your total expenses, you're going to have savings or debt. And your goal is to be saving enough each month so that you're not falling into debt and so that you're building your wealth each month. So let's talk about building wealth, because a lot of people will save money each month, but then they'll end up spending that money on extra entertainment or whatever, and they actually are not building wealth each month. You need to save that cash, and you need to invest some of that cash so that that money is working for you. You also want some short-term savings because you also probably have some short-term entertainment goals, like maybe you're going on a vacation or you want to buy some new clothes, which is what I put here. So let's talk about your savings and your investments, because once you have your savings, you're gonna want to pay yourself first. So pay yourself first is a great way to build wealth and make sure that you're always saving money, and it also implies that you're investing this money. So I have a lot of videos on investing. Definitely check out those videos on beginner investing strategies, or investing in ETFs and tech ETFs, or I also put a link here on a realistic plan to $1 million in 15 years via investing with just $500 a month. You can turn that into $1 million in about 15 years with just 30% ROI per year, which is definitely feasible. So definitely check out that video if you haven't already. So that's what I have here. I have, after my $50,000 income with taxes taken into account, as well as employment insurance and pension, as well as all my expenses, I'm going to have some savings of $900, and I'm going to pay myself first. $500 each month is going to go into long-term savings accounts, and that's going to be about 50% of my gross savings each month is going to go into long-term investments. So I'm investing in index funds and tech funds, and each month I'm building positions into that fund. No matter what the market's doing, I'm buying when it's low, I'm buying when it's high. Each month I'm putting $500 into my investment portfolio, and I'm letting it build for the long term. Next, I have my short-term savings goals. So I have, each year maybe I want to go on vacation, so that I'm going to budget about $2,500 per year. And then new clothes, maybe I will budget about $400 per year for the year. So maybe that's too little for you, maybe that's a lot for you, but I just figure, every quarter or every 3 months or so, $100 for some new clothes. That is the yearly budget for my short-term goals, saving goals, and that turns into about $242 per month. So that is also going to be coming out of my savings each month, is going to go into these short-term savings goals for vacations and new clothes. So that's going to be about 27% of my gross savings. And then the rest is actually just going to be cash and emergency cash savings. And that's going to be about the leftover of that, so is 18%, which amounts to about $163 per year. And that's about $1,600, $2,000 per year that I'm saving as cash, as emergency funds. And that's not a lot, but it's better than nothing. And yeah, this is just an outline to give you some ideas on how to set up your budget, how to organize your different income streams, as well as all of your different expense items, how to always plan to be saving each month and not falling into debt. Have that plan so that you're always saving, and then also paying yourself first for your long-term investments, for your retirement plan, to build a portfolio that is going to produce income for you each year and grow for you. And then also you have your short-term savings plans each year, so maybe a vacation, some new clothes was my example, and then your cash savings for emergencies too. Those are all of the items that you should take into consideration: your income with taxes, your expenses, your savings or debt, your long-term investments, your short-term savings, and then your cash and emergency savings. Alright, well that's all I wanted to show you in this video. I just wanted to give you a quick look at how to set up a budget if you were looking for some tips. I hope you found some good insights in this video and in my sheet. Again, I will share this Google Sheet in the description below. of the video. Definitely hit that like button if you like this video. It will really help the video and the channel. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't subscribed already. Check out my other videos that I put out also. And I'm going to wrap this one up, so I will wish you a good day, a good night, and I will see you next time. Alright, until then, cheers.